Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, Pedal to the Metal F1. Let's have a look to the race, what happened today. We were in a live stream this morning, first ever live stream. Yeah, and now it's just a video for a quick recap of what happened today in the race. So let's go and have a look to what happened. Here we have the results. So Perez won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And this was the second time that he won in Baku. Well, of course, he has won yesterday the sprint race, and he's also won previously, and is the only driver to have won multiple times at Baku, because up to now there was always a different winner. So, Perez win, and Max Verstappen finishes second, while Ferrari of Leclerc was third. So let's see what happened inside of the race as it happened. We have to say that, well, of course, the green was set during Friday evening qualifying session with Leclerc taking pole from Verstappen and Perez. Then we had the Saturday standalone sprint race, and today was the main event, the race. So most of the field chose medium tires for the opening stints, with only De Vries, Ocon and Hülkenberg taking a different strategic route on hard tires, since degradation on the soft rubber proved to be particularly high yesterday in the sprint race. Well, as the light went out, Leclerc made a smooth getaway to hold this lead into turn one, with the Red Bull pair just slotting into second and third, followed by Sainz, Hamilton, and Alonso. Then further back, of course, as you would expect, in turn two, there was a bit of a bottleneck that led Piastri in an Albon Magnussen sandwich, and while also Bottas was delayed at the exit and losing a handful of places. So then quickly Verstappen started to make grounds on Leclerc over the first couple of laps. And yesterday I was making a prediction that the Red Bull will be first and second by lap fifth or sixth at maximum. And in fact, today, by lap six, both Red Bull were just flew past Leclerc and made it a 1-2 and started to make ground over Leclerc in third. And then we had a couple of, then it was a matter of exchanging lap times between Verstappen and Perez for pretty much the first part of the race. Then the only excitement came when there was the safety car, because Nick de Vries just parked his car onto the side of the road, and he was also one of the only two retirees from the race, Nick de Vries for Alfa Tauri and Guan Yu Zhou for Alfa Romeo. So in the safety car there was a bit of a reshuffle, because Verstappen was unlucky that he pitted under the yellow flags, while Perez had kept going and he has pitted under the safety car, and that granted him the first position. Of course, Verstappen was the biggest loser, because he came out and he was in seventh position, but then eventually, with everybody pitting under the safety car, he made up to third place. And yet again, Verstappen had to dispatch Leclerc and try to close in on Perez. But Perez was really good into keeping Verstappen at bay, always a couple of seconds behind him, and never allowing him to get into DRS range to be able to open the wing. And so pretty much then the race just settled. There was a bit of a, let's say, uh, a phase of relative calm, in those laps in the middle of the race, and pretty much that was it. There was only Verstappen was lamenting some problem with the differential and engine brakes around lap 30, and then what else? We saw Hamilton was closing in on Sainz. I have to say, Sainz was really disappointing today but through the whole weekend he has been disappointing. He was lonely fifth, and he was very far from Leclerc in third. It was like something like over 20 seconds gap between Sainz in fifth position and Leclerc in third position. Leclerc just drove the wheel off his Ferrari to be able to make it on the podium, and he also had to hold off fast charging Alonso during the closing stages of the race. And this is the first time in 2023 that Alonso don't make it to the podium, and it's the first time that a Ferrari is on the podium. So we are seeing that there has been an improvement from Ferrari during these months of no racing, and but they're still very far. We're still very far. We're still very far from Red Bull, and also Aston Martin here. They haven't been a threat, but I guess this is because of the Mercedes engine, which at the moment it seems to be the third best on the grid. Red Bull being the number one, of course, and followed by Ferrari, then Mercedes, and so on. Well, that was it. Then we had, as I was saying, Hamilton was charging on Sainz, and he tried. He was in the DRS range, and he tried to make some moves. But Sainz, that was the only good thing that he has done through the whole weekend, and it was by blocking Hamilton. So pretty much those were the position. Verstappen had to settle for second position. Leclerc has made a bunch of points with this second position yesterday in the sprint race, and with the podium today in third. And I'm happy for him, of course. I'm happy for Ferrari, make up a little bit of ground. But this was it. Another Red Bull 1-2. This time it's Perez winning. And now we have a situation with Perez on 2 wins, Verstappen on 2 wins, and Perez has also won the sprint race yesterday. And correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I guess yes, it's 2-2. And this is it. Now the gap between the championship leader Verstappen and Perez in second, it's cut out to only 6 points. So we go to the next weekend. We go to Miami, and I hope that we have a great spectacle there again. I hope to see a great show. This time maybe a bit of a tightening up of the pack, and let's hope for a great race. Of course, I will be following here, doing live stream for the event, and I will follow up also with a few other videos about facts and stats about this race and so on during the week. So I hope that I see you back, and we'll see each other onto the next video. Bye, folks.